It's time for lunch money with Gina Savage and Christy Miller. We are your new daytime comedy talk show.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome to Lunch Money. We are your noon daytime comedy talk show. I'm Gina Savage, your host, and I'm joined with your host, Christy Miller.
Yes, bitches, what's up? Happy Mother's Day that was just passed.
Happy Mother's Day that just passed, everybody. Yeah.
And as we say on the East Coast, Happy Mother's Day. Oh,
forget about it. I you know what? Happy Mother's Day.
Happy whatever the fuck it is day. How about that? How about that?
And how about that?
How about that?
It's Monday in our world.
It's Monday. How about that?
Yeah.
We are your noon daytime comedy talk show. How about that?
How about that? We were talking before the show about Christy likes to play these animated things on her TV. What do you call these things? These little backdrops of sorts.
Just videos on YouTube on these.
This one's for tranquil healing music.
Yes. Tranquil Healing Music is one of the channels I subscribe to, and it's like nice little jazzy meditation, beautiful piano music, and it's very calming when I want to murder people outside.
Right.
I come and turn that on, and I save lives.
She does, and she does. But this one, this has got the biggest, like it's a clear mushroom.
Oh, these AI videos are clearly, I think the AI stands for acid
Intake.
Yes.
Because
acid imagery.
And that's it. Because, yeah,
it really is. It's not artificial intelligence because there's nothing intelligent about that artificial substance, sweetie.
No, but it looks like you want to be messed up looking at this mushroom. I'm like, I would like to eat that mushroom. That looks like that mushroom would give you like hallucinations for like a month easily. No, that's a big ass clear.
No, if you ate that mushroom, you would die from plastic and fucking silicone poisoning.
Yeah, the AI mushroom. But anyway,
AI.
we just want to get out of our heads. I'll tell you why we do.
Why is that?
Because scientists
Jesus.
predict when the universe will end, and it's sooner than expected.
Was it like 1,000,000 years or something like that?
I'm going to tell you exactly how many. Because it's a number you've never heard of, but sooner than they expected. It's 1 quintivigintillion. 1 quintivigintillion.
Vitamin and vegemin. Anyway.
1 in quintivigintillion.
Lucy, you have some splaining to do.
I'll tell you right now. I don't want to be around next week, so I don't really give a fuck about the quintivigintillion.
Well, I saw this article yesterday about there's a new, because you know, like how back in the day, you know, all of Africa and the Middle East and the Far were all connected.
Yes.
You know, and now that we're underwater, things have been like separated. Well, there's a new part of Africa on the west side that's separating, and they said within 1,000,000 years or something like that, or something, it was going to actually be completely detached, and there'll be a new ocean going through it. We'll be right back.
We'll be right back with
like Africa splitting up again. What up, son? West side to east side, west side, east side, west side. Sorry,
it's all right.
I was having a gangster moment.
You're having a gangster.
I was having a very gangster moment. Okay.
You know what's gangster? Our next segment.
I love how fast we trail through science. We just shit on it and keep moving.
We're not going to be alive. It doesn't even matter.
Nothing matters.
Nothing matters. We're not even here. Like I told you 80 episodes ago,
Yeah.
It feels like.
Well, we're that mushroom.
We're the mushroom. I think everything that we're talking about just wants us to, you know, like you just want to get out of your head because like the news is so crazy, right? We talk about that every week. But here's the thing. A woman was arrested in Ohio.
For
meth. Right?
And
why was it a significant bust? Because her pet raccoon was holding on to the meth pipe.
Meth.
Now, when they saw the
calling, but I can't come home right now.
when they saw the raccoon with the meth pipe, the cop was like, in my life, in all my born days, I cannot believe that this raccoon, and the raccoon is like gingerly trying to,
Listen,
get its groove on there.
times are hard right now. The economy's on fire. Everything's falling to shit. We're going to be in a hardcore recession in any minute. The raccoon's just trying to make a side gig, okay? He's just making a buck with some meth. And who better than white women?
55-year-old, what's her name? 55. She looks old because
she smokes meth.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. What's her name? 55-year-old sus. They first of all, they stopped her because of a suspended license.
Sure.
Victoria Vidal. And now let me tell you something. When the cop said that the raccoon had the pipe, he's like, well, we got to get that away from him. And she's trying to go back to the car. She goes, ma'am. She goes, well, I don't want him to have it.
She's right.
Well, I don't blame her.
She's got a point, dude.
She's got a point.
She spent some hard-earned dollars on that pipe.
She had one of my favorite words, a plethora of drugs.
Did she say plethora?
She didn't. She's not cognizant enough.
Isn't that the thing you pee out of? Oh, that's urethra.
You know what else
You know what it was?
What?
It was a methora.
Methosaurus Rex.
Methy Elliott.
She's Methosaurus Rex. She looks so old. Methosaurus Rex.
Methica Simpson.
Methica Simpson, I like. Yeah, but she's a mess. And the poor
You know where she lives? Mississippi.
Mississippi, Ohio. Anyway, so here's the deal.
She put the high in Ohio.
There's this Instagram. The thing is that they do this thing. I can't remember the name of the Instagram account, but some of you know, and I've told some of you. I think I told Nathan McIntosh about it. But where they take these these snippets that cops actually go through with people, drunk drivers, meth addicts, whatever. They cartoon. They
Yes.
Right.
Yes. They make cartoon caricatures of what the incident.
And then you just see the loopiness, but you could see the actual video, right? Because there's video, because they're all on these cams. So with this raccoon thing, they made a thing out of it, which is hilarious. And then I wanted to immediately see the real people and the real raccoon. Like I was just intrigued. That's all I could say.
You know what I wanted to see? The raccoon with his tiny little handcuffs in the back of the squad car.
Take him downtown.
Book him, Dano.
Book him. So, it is a sad state of affairs, to say the very least, on this world and these people. But anyway, what's even sadder, and this is truly sad, but what's sad is what happened to these animals. Sadder that I can't pronounce the name of the animals.
Oh, what is it?
I think. Well,
I want to hear you. I want to hear her butcher it.
It's gonna be bad.
It's gonna be the Savage to English dictionary.
Well, in New York City, 40 Belgian
Malinois.
I was gonna say Malinois.
Some people say Malinois, but that's mayonnaise.
You know what it is?
It's Malinois. Yes, they're beautiful.
Right. 40 of them.
40?
40 Belgian.
Where did they get them? Are they breeding them?
Malinois were shoved into cupboards, into closets, into drawers. Some of them had never seen the light of day. I can't even...
Oh my God.
The depravity of the people... Okay, these beautiful dogs, they were so behaviorally just destroyed, right? Yeah. That they'd never even seen grass.
Where was this at?
Some New York City apartment police discovered the
I want the address.
Well, we'll find out. More will be revealed, and then we can update next week.
Because I'm going to beat the shit out of it. Now we know why raccoons smoke meth.
Because they don't want to end up like that.
They're like, man, I've seen too much on these streets. I need a high.
They don't want to end up like that.
Oh no, you didn't.
They just rather, at least by choice, stay in a closet.
At least I'm in the
by choice.
They're like, at least we're in the garbage cans. These fucking guys are in the underwear drawer.
And so bad.
That's disgusting.
I 40? Can't even.
40?
Yeah.
I hope these people burn in hell, and I hope they're on fire, and they're all these cuts, and the Malinois get to piss all inside of them.
How do the neighbors not suspect anything?
Well, it's New York. We mind our business.
Where is this? Do we? Should we? I'm done with minding my business.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, no, I'm ready. Yeah, I'm gonna point you out.
I'm just beyond the beyonds. What's this?
Yeah, we could be good Karens.
We could be.
You know, Karens for justice, not for dumb shit.
Karens for justice. We're for justice. We're here for justice. I told you what we're here for. Justice.
No, I mean, if we're Karens and we're white, it would be just ice, okay? Because we want other brown people out of our neighborhoods because they're terrible, okay? Hate everybody.
We really are not, we're not happy with people.
No.
But we're never happy with people. We just gotta...
To be a raccoon smoking meth in Ohio would be a really big dream come true right now.
Can't get enough of that. But, you know, I was a little jealous of the raccoon for a minute. You know,
living his best life.
Living his best life. His little raccoon.
The little fingers.
All right. You know what I don't need to see? Don't you love these segues? They're fucking phenomenal. I think they're great. I don't need to see Kate Gosselin ever again, but she wants to make a comeback.
Why?
Because, I don't know, she's got a new look. She's got the look. I want to know better. Hey, can I date myself anymore with that?
What in the 70s was that Jordache commercial?
Yeah. Working, playing, day or night.
Jordache has the look.
That's right.
Jordache looks.
I don't care. I don't care that you guys don't know what that is. 5 of you get it.
You know what? I'm regressing.
Yeah,
we're regressing because it's too scary right now. I'm going back to Jordache commercials.
They were playing. No. Okay.
What?
So, we'll get back to Kate in a second. We actually don't have to get back. I don't want to.
No, I want to hear it.
I don't want. I want to hear.
No, I want to hear.
Say
she's got a new look. She's trying to get back.
Her hair is long. The end. Okay. Here's the thing. I'm in the lift. He's playing, whatever, CBS or something. I don't know, but it's all songs from the 80s. Right, which I love. But I'm like, this is like when I would be in a car. And they would be playing all the songs from the 50s, like Elvis Presley and back in the day kind of stuff. My mom, like, you know, like Engelbert Humperdinck. And I'm like listening to like Duran Duran, like, you know, like this is, these kids now are like Duran Duran.
Well, I was laughing as a kid. We used to make jokes about like when Metallica hit with Master of Puppets in the San Francisco Bay Area. And so I was like, my friends and I would laugh. I go, could you imagine as we get old, KTEL Records proudly presents Bay Area Rock, Metallica. You know, it's like they're on the KTEL Records. They're like, Freedom Rock, man, we'll turn it up.
Yeah.
Remember?
That's so funny.
I love KTEL Records.
Yeah. That reminds me, I saw a little, I guess there's a documentary coming out about Ron Delsner, which back in the day, Delsner was like Delsner Presents every concert, like known to man. Certainly I remember that from being in New York in the 70s. Like I was a kid, couldn't get to go to those, but you know, I remember Ron Delsner. So I'm kind of interested in that. That's like, you know, retro for you kids.
Like on the Bay Area, it was Bob. Oh my God, I can't think of.
Caller.
Caller, are you there? Caller. No, sir, do we have a Ouija board? Can I channel him right now? The guy, but he was like the West Coast big giant concert promoter. It was like Bob something presents. Fuck, what was it? If you guys remember, if anybody is as 100 years old as we are,
just make a comment.
Leave a comment down below who it was, or because I'll have to. Bob, no, not Bob Corona. He owned the Stone and the Omni where I used to work. I'll look it up, and I don't know. But now I got to do it after the show. Now I got to look it up. Like, I could see his face. They even did a documentary on him back in the day, too, about his, you know, bringing all that shit together. Yeah. So that just reminded me. So now you have the East Coast. Like it's Bob on the West, Rob on the East.
Mm-hmm.
Bob and Rob.
Yep, makes sense.
Does it though?
But what struck me was how, just like, I'm sitting there like, what is it, the Bangles or something, and I'm like, oh, that, and I feel like, it's just as current as anything still in my brain, and it's not. And you know what's even worse is when I'm in Florida.
Oh no.
And Publix has that going on, because like, I always go, Publix is my disco. Because I'll be in Publix like, I need to please go down the island and be like, Madonna, from
holidays.
And I'm like, yeah, it's embarrassing. Yeah.
Well, you know what's funny is like,
I'm going to be old soon. Like, I'm old, but I'm going to be older.
We all are. Get over it, bitch. 1 minute closer to death.
Brilliant statements. In fact, I'm old.
She thinks she's what are you, William Shatner?
Wait, let's do it like he would do it. I'm old.
I'm old.
I'm old.
And later I'll be older.
Older. Spock. Come in, Spock.
Tell me how old you are, Spock. We don't have age.
He's quintillion, vajillion, gazillion years old. Fucking with that.
He's 11-7 years old.
The thing is, don't lure me in with your bullshit headline about the universe is we're all gonna die, and it's sooner than you think. It's quintillion, gazillion years later.
What's funny is I saw an article like that like 2 or 3 weeks ago about how science could determine the end of the world as we know it, and I'm like, okay, let's see what you got, science. And they said it was going to be like 1 million years. I'm like, well, the only one that has to worry about that is Cher. Hey, sweetie, You get it? Because she doesn't die. She doesn't die.
Speaking of Cher.
Uh-oh.
What's going on with that Elijah Blue kid? What's
Elijah Blue?
I feel for her because, I could have been Cher's kid.
I wanted to be Cher's kid. And then I saw the kids and I'm like,
we wanted to be Cher's kids.
Well, apparently, when he was born, he was still high on smack from his dad because Elijah Blue.
I feel, look, I mean, I can't imagine it's easy growing up under the spotlight of Cher and
Sonny.
Well, no, Sonny, but Greg.
His dad was. Well, Greg Allman was only married to her for 10 days.
But still,
that's your dad.
Those are your legacy. That's your legacy people. And where do you fit into? And and that's not an excuse, but it's hard when the people are so famous or so
Your mom is an icon and your dad is a junkie,
but
and an iconic band.
It's not an excuse to be on a full-on run of was he mentally ill or is he not? Because there's photos of him where he looks completely fine.
Because this is what a big fag hag I am. In 1989 and 1990, when Cher was on her Heart of Stone tour, yes, I was there at the Oakland Coliseum, bitch. And Dawn Irera opened for her.
I saw
her. Anyway, that tour, she had Elijah in her band playing guitar. Because when she would introduce them, she'd be like, get the backup singers, the drummer, the composer, and all this shit, and then she'd walk by Elijah, and this is Elijah, I don't know who, and then keep going as a little gag.
Right.
And that was, he was in her band.
What year is that?
1989, 1990.
So he grows up.
Yeah.
In the spotlight, and then all these things happen. He meets a girl. What's her name?
Who cares? Whorebag.
I don't think Cher's too fun.
No, she's not. And the fact that Cher has, her kids are Caitlyn Jenner and Britney Spears. Sweetie, because Elijah needs a conservatorship because he's a mess, and he needs a gym membership too, sweetie. He's a little petunia, little thing.
Well, Elijah's, I guess, ex-wife, Marie Angela, whatever.
Yeah.
Clearly there was, some stuff going on there. And I don't know, the picture of him and the most recent photo of him from the Chateau Mama. Does anything good happen at the Chateau Mama?
No.
Every time you hear
Chateau Mama is no.
If you really, that's it. That's where you go. Like every bad fucking thing I ever hear about, everybody goes there. Everybody's seen there.
Listen, I've been there a couple of times in my 20s.
Spooky ass motherfucking.
It's got a vibe.
It does.
Back in the 90s and early 2000s, it was a vibe of like.
You're going to die here.
You could feel the heaviness of like, this is where Hollywood goes to OD.
Yeah.
And it's like, if you have a problem, just come to Chateau Marmont. We'll take care of the body for you.
Let me tell you something about that state. So not a lot of people don't know that I had a half sister. My father was married to another woman. He had a daughter, beautiful from all accounts. She abandoned the family. I was like a little kid. I never got to know her. I guess she was like 18 and she joined a commune. Years later, my father wanted to, find her, and then we did. And I lied to my dad because I didn't want him to know the truth. She had committed suicide off a cliff in San Diego, not a cliff, off a bridge in San Diego, California, which is fascinating because when we found my long lost brother, he
lives in San Diego. Yeah.
But this is January 2nd of 89, right?
Okay.
My point is this. I had been out to California a couple of times. There's something, if you're not working in the industry, right? If you're not working,
I'm born and raised out there.
Yeah, there's something melancholy about the place.
Yeah, it's a
melancholy.
It's a sad clown kind of vibe.
Yeah.
It's like in Los Angeles itself. Like I lived in West Hollywood, I lived in Silver Lake, I lived in Hollywood, and we used to laugh because it was like this. We used to say it's this weird bubble that we live in of a fake reality. Like we're in this sphere of a fake reality.
Yeah.
Anything outside that sphere of Hollywood was like a different planet.
Yeah.
And it didn't exist, and it was weird. It was like normal people because Hollywood was loaded with industry. And it was like, even at the Comedy Store at night, half the audience would be people in the industry and the other half would be tourists. Now it's a lot of tourists. I mean, it's still locals and tourists because the last time I was there, it was like all locals and a couple tourists, but in the audience. But it's like, there's always somebody visiting. And now it's like, now that the Comedy Store is big, it's a lot of tourists, but it's a lot of regulars. I mean, there was a lot of rock stars that used to hang out with us at the store, like Poison, Motley Crue, Snoop Dogg, Rat. God, who else was there that would hang out a lot? Not going to be proud of this. Now here's a name I'm going to drop, and don't be jealous.
Okay.
Ron Jeremy. Anyway, I did a show with him at the Roxy because he wanted to be a comic. It was sad.
Yeah, that sounds...
Well,
that's what I'm saying. It sounds sad. It sounds like sad.
On the microphone doing stand-up was just as violating as he did to those women. Okay, I got that out.
Taking it, get it out of there. But it seemed like a real melancholy.
It's a hard place to live because you don't know what's real, you don't know what's fake, and everything you feel judged, and you're constantly feeling like I'm not good enough, I'm not smart enough, and doggone it, everybody hates me.
Yeah, I'm not going to live there.
Stuart Smalley.
Yeah, that's never going to happen. I'm not going to live there. Plus, certainly off San Diego, I certainly think there's something off the coast of San Diego that is like not of this earth.
Sure.
Yeah, something underneath those. Yeah. They were not told. Anyway, that's what I think. I think there's a base down there. Something's up. Thumbs up.
Yep.
They see shit all the time out there.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
San Diego. That's what they do.
All right. Well, I think I just want to end with this.
She wants to end with this.
Diddy.
Diddy or didn't he? Sweetie, I just did a hack joke, sweetie. Get it? Because I'm Cher. Anyway, sorry.
He did, and that's why I'm not even interested in it.
Okay, first of all, the trial with Diddy, can I just say?
Yeah, say it.
If you're going to hire an escort to fuck your wife in front of you, make him hot. Please, make him a piece of ass. But no, because you're Diddy and you're insecure, so you had to hire the ugliest guy to fuck your wife so you could feel better about yourself. Yes, I did. I went there all the way. I'm there still. I'm camping out.
All right, that's fine. That's comedy. Here's the point. Here's the point.
What's the point?
The point is, does anybody care? He's good. Look, it's one of those things where I don't know who these jurors are. Who could you possibly be? What were you hiding under that you have no idea who Sean Combs is?
They're doing is they're lying so they could take on the trial and be part of history.
This is going to be another fiasco.
Oh, yeah.
So more fiascos. It's just fiasco town.
It's going to be an opera. Fiasco, 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 fiasco.
Fiasco.
And on that note,
that's
it. Thank you guys for tuning into another exciting episode of Lunch Money right here on YouTube and also on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. We are here every Monday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So please, give a follow to Gina Savage at Savage in the City Pics. You can also follow the show at Lunch Money Talk Show on Instagram as well. And last but certainly least, you can follow me as well at pieceofshit.com. No, I'm kidding. At Christy Miller Comedy as well, everywhere. And please throw us a like, leave a comment, subscribe to the show, follow the show, whatever you can do to the show. And most importantly, don't forget to share the show. We love you. See you next Monday.
That's our show. Thanks for watching. See you next week. Bye now.